Hey everybody, I just want to show you real quick how easy it is to add a video to LaunchCode TV. LaunchCode TV is an open source GitHub repository, which means you can make any changes to it that you like and just simply the upload your changes and give me a pull request, and it will be deployed within minutes. So let me show you just a couple tips and tricks on how to do that, and it really just takes just a couple of steps. So I've already checked out the LaunchCode TV repository from GitHub, and right now I'm in the app/rest directory, which contains all of the data that runs the website. And so if we take a look, we can see that there are two JSON files. If we say gedit videos.json, this JSON file actually has a listing of all of the videos included on LaunchCode TV. So if we would like to add this video, a video on hosting static HTML websites on S3, then all we have to do is simply create a new entry for it in the videos.json. This key is just going to be a unique identifier for each video. It's something we make up. It is also the name that we use to represent it in the address bar. So we want to make sure it's URL friendly so it doesn't have any spaces or any special characters in it. Now this thumb you can include any video you like, but what I've been doing is I've been using the YouTube API, and I've actually been able to download the same thumb that they show on YouTube. So if I look at my previous history, okay, here we go. I simply do a wget, and what I'll do is I'll make a wget to image.youtube.com/vi, and then I'll include unique YouTube identifier of this video, which is right after the v equals and before the ampersand. And that's /mq default.jpg. The big capital O simply says write this out to a file, and this is what the file's name I want it to be. And so I want to give it the name of .jpg, and that's all we have to do. But before we do that wget, let's make sure we're in the right directory. I'm going to copy this. Now we don't want to pull down it to the rest directory. We actually want to pull down to the image directory. And so if we back up a space, we go into img, and here's where we actually have all the other thumbs for the other videos. So let me paste that command back in. We're going to do a wget on the YouTube API. We've got the unique ID in there. Okay, great. Do another ls, and now we can see that it pulled down this JPEG file, and it will be the correct size and the correct resolution to use as a thumbnail within the website. Now this URL is also something a little bit unique, and you need to make sure that you grab it from the correct spot. We're not going to use this URL up here. Instead, we're actually going to go scroll down just a little bit, and we're going to click on Share. And within Share, this is actually going to have an embed, and it's going to offer us some HTML, but really we just want to use this special URL that they have for embedding videos, because we already have that HTML in our code. We just need this special URL. Now we can give each video several tags if we would like. So for this video we can give the tag of HTML and Amazon S3. And these tags simply make it easier to search for videos. Next, we also include what lesson it is. And lessons are just a way to organize all the videos into a sequential piece of learning. So we typically start with the easy videos like CSS, HTML, and then towards the end we'll progress to more difficult videos like Bootstrap, Advanced WebStorm, things like that. So in this case, we're actually going to put this video in the deployment lesson, since it's on how to deploy websites. You can also include a description. And that is it. This actually looks like to be an extra one that we do not need. Great, so that's the only change we have to make to this videos.json file. Now the only other change we need to make to the actual application is that we need to include this in one of the lessons on the website. So we'll go back into the rest directory. Okay, great. Here's what I was talking about earlier, how we have different lessons and they're organized easiest to simplest. So for example, this HTML directly corresponds with this HTML right here. And these videos directly correspond to this JavaScript array right there. And so since this is a deployment video, we can just add this in right next to ngrock. And now right here, we're actually going to use that unique key that we gave it in the videos.json file. And that unique key looks like it was and that's it. That's all we have to do. Um, After that, all we have to say is we just have to give it a quick get status. So let's back out just a bit. Here, get status. Okay, we'll add in all JSON changes as well as any JPG changes. We'll commit that change. And we'll push it back up to the Git repository. And voila, that is it. That is all it takes. Now, since I was logged into my main account, I didn't have to create a pull request, but you would just simply create a pull request, send it to me, and then within, usually I keep a pretty good eye on it, within a couple minutes I'd see it, I'd integrate the pull request, and then Travis CI would just go ahead and give us an automatic build and refresh the